Hey everybody, this is Sue Craig, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the United States, and today I want to show you how to make this pretty Easter card. We're going to be featuring the Ornate Borders border on this Easter card, and I just wanted you to see how much that really adds to this card. Let's see what we need for this card. We're going to need 5 inches of ribbon. This is Just Jade. Designer paper, 2 by 5 1/4. Another piece of designer paper, and it's different, 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. This is the piece that we'll put on the inside here of the card. And we're going to need our border. I made this 3/4 by 5 1/4. For the tag, we need a 2 by 2 1/2 inch piece of white. For the inside, 2 1/4 by 5 1/4. And our card base of Just Jade is 5 1/2 by 7. And on the 7-inch side here, I scored it at 2 1/2. So let's get started making this card. We're going to fold and burnish this. You know, once you have everything cut out, this goes together very quickly. I want to take my outside piece, which is this right here, the 2 by 5 1/4 designer paper. And I'm going to use glue . Make sure that it's the right side up, and I hold opposite corners to try to even it out, and I can slide it around a little bit to get it where I want it. The next thing I'm going to do is add this piece of white that's 2 1/4 by 5 1/4, and that's on the inside here. You can wait to add this if you want to do your stamping first. This is going to go all the way over to the left here. Our 1 3/4 by 5 1/4 piece of designer paper is going to go next. Again, we want to do, make sure it's right side up, and I'm lining it flush with the white piece of paper. You can see how that looks. Now on the front of this we have a tag. The tag is this piece, and I'm going to stamp the greeting, which is Happy Easter. And this comes from the Arrange Your Wreath set. I'm going to use Just Jade for the sentiment. And because this is a photopolymer stamp, I want to have a cushion underneath. So I'll take out my Stampin' Pierce mat. And I want my Easter to be near the top. Okay. I'm going to take my delightful tag topper. I did not tell you you need that. Slide this in, and I turn it over to make sure that it is centered here, and it's a little bit farther over this way. So I want to move it a little bit so that it'll be even. And then we're gonna take our corner rounder and round these 2 pieces here at the end. go. The paper that I'm using today is from the designer series paper called Flowers for Every Season. I'm going to add the Easter eggs to this. And instead of doing two different colors, I'm going to just do one, and I'm going to use one of my spots. These are 1 inch by 1 inch ink spots, and you can buy a set of 8 from the catalog, and these are the colors they come in. It's a real nice way to get a variety of inks in an inexpensive way. I've just added to it from other things that I've done, other kits that I've purchased. So we'll take these little eggs I have. These are nice too if I wanted to do 2 different colors on these eggs, like I did on the other one. I could do one over here and then one over here. It's so much easier to manage the small ink spot than the large. Okay, we'll just stamp it. And I'm going to add my ribbon. I thread it through. And I'm going to tie this. All right, when I tie this, I like to have the ribbon lay flat. And so when I get to about this point, I'm going to put my finger on this ribbon and pull just with the left side. All right, and you can see what's happened here. It's now laying flat. It's not raised up. And now you can trim this to whatever length you want. All right. What I forgot to do was add my border. So I'm going to pull this up. This is what you don't do. I'm going to pull this up, and we're going to add the border that we have. Wow, I think I dodged a bullet here. I'm going to double check here that I got it. All right, let's try it. So I'm going to put glue on the top there. And I'm going to try to line this up so I see just the circles. There we go. Okay, now what I'm going to do is add our tag to this, and I will use some dimensionals. I like these flowers because we're dying for spring here and the weather that comes with it. So here's our card. I will be stamping something on the inside later, or maybe I'll just write a note to whoever this is going to go to. I hope you liked this card, and I hope you give it a try. And thanks for watching.